Hello everyone. Welcome to Aptitude Made Simple. Today we are going to learn topic rounding off. So this is the roadmap for learning rounding off topic. First of all, we'll see real-time usage of rounding off, like where we use in our day-to-day life. Then we will try to learn rounding off to nearest 10, then rounding off to nearest 100, rounding off to nearest 1000, and rounding off to nearest 10,000. We are going to see the simple method which will be helpful for all the rounding off. So once we learn the method for 10, it will be almost similar for 100, 1000, 10,000, or even though you go for lakh or million. So let's get started. Let's look at the real-time usage of rounding off. So let's assume someone calls you and you are doing some important work. So what you say to that person? So you say that I'll call you back in 5 minutes, or you say that I'll call you in 10 minutes, or maybe if you are doing some urgent work, it is going to take more time. You say I'll call you back in half hour or 1 hour kind of. So do you ever have told him, like the person who has called you and you are doing some work, have you ever told like I'll call you in 23 seconds, I'll call you in 7 minutes, or I'll call you after 61 minutes? No. So usually when we say 5 minute, 10 minute, 1 hour, it's not exact time we are talking about. But why do we use this time? Because this time is comfortable for us to say as well as to visualize for the next person. Look, like when you say someone, I'll call you back in 1 minute, he understands the overall time at which you are going to call him back. If you say that 63 seconds, it is not that much easy for him to visualize. So every time we use the concept like rounding off, so we round it off to nearest number, let's say 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and we don't usually use like 25, 23 second, 37 second kind of. So let's look at the next thing, rounding off to nearest 10. So let's take 73. Now we need to round it off this number to nearest 10. So first of all, let's ask one question to ourselves. 10 is having how many zeros? So we know that 10 is having 10. So to start off with the first step, you should put 10 at the rightmost place. So here this is the rightmost place, where below that you put 10 because 10 is having 10. Now again ask yourself a question. How many 10 is having? 10. So as 10 is having 10, let's focus on the first digit from the right. As 10 is having 10, focus the first digit from the right side. So what is the first digit from the right side? It's 3. So if this digit, whatever the first digit from the right, if it is less than 5, you have to keep the remaining part as is. If this first place from the right is greater than or equal to 5, you just need to increase the remaining part by 1. So in this case, we have a digit as 3. So 10 is having 10 and the first digit from the right is 3, which is less than 5. So what is our remaining part? Remaining part is 7. As this first digit from the right is less than 5, we will keep the remaining part as is. So remaining part as is means we'll put 7. So when you round up 73 to nearest 10, you get the answer as 70. Let's look at the next question. 3458, 3458. Now we have to round it off to nearest 10. How many zeros are there in 10? We have 10. So you put 10 at the rightmost place. Now again ask yourself a question. How many 10 is having? 10. So check the first digit from the right. What is that first digit from the right? It's 8, which is greater than 5. So just remember, whenever the number we are trying to compare is greater than or equal to 5, we need to increase the remaining part by 1. So what is our remaining part in this case? It's 345, because for this 8 we have already written 0 here, and this is our remaining part. As this 8 is greater than 5, we just need to increase this remaining part by 1. So 345 plus 1, if you do, you will get 3460. So when we round it off 3458 to nearest 10, we get answer as 3460. So the method which we have seen for nearest 10, the same method almost will be applicable for 100, 1000, 10,000. Only the difference is here we are asking ourselves like how many zeros are in 10. So we say 1 and we put 10 and compare the first digit from the right. In those cases, whatever number of zeros are there, you are going to put those many zeros and you are going to compare that digit from the right hand side. Let's look at the rounding off to nearest 100. 845. So now ask question to yourself, how many zero are there in 100? We know 100 is having two zeros. So first step is you put 20 here as it is. So we are done. First step, we have written two zeros here. Now again ask yourself, how many zeros are in 100? Two zeros. So check the second digit from the right. So second digit from the right, if you see, it's 4. So we know that whatever digit we are going to compare, if it is less than 5, we are going to put the remaining part as is. If it is greater than or equal to 5, we are going to increase the remaining part by 1. So here 4 is less than 5. So we are going to keep the remaining part as is, because this 45, we have already written 00. What is the remaining part? 8. So 8, we are going to keep it as it is because 4 is less than 5. Let's look at the next problem. 1960. We have to round it off to nearest 100. So how many zeros are there in 100? We have 20. So we are going to put 20 first here. Now again ask yourself, how many zero in 100? 20. So check the second digit from the right hand side. So second digit from the right hand side is 6. Now 6 is greater than 5. So whenever the number is greater than or equal to 5, we know that remaining part we need to increase by 1. So what is the remaining part here? For 60, we have already written 00. So remaining part is 19. So if you do 19 plus 1, you will get 20. So our answer for 1960 to round it off to nearest 100 is 2000. Similarly, we will look at the nearest 1000. The method is going to be same. Only the number of zeros based on that our comparison will change. Comparison will be less than 5 or greater than or equal to 5. So rounding off to nearest 1000. How many 0,000 is having? 3 zeros. So for 1459, we just put 30 as it is. So we know that 1000 is having 30. So let's just put 30 from the right hand side. Now again ask yourself, how many zeros are there in 1000? 3 zeros. So check the third digit from the right. So third digit from the right is 4. So is 4 less than 5? Yes. So you have to keep the remaining part as it. So for these three digits, we already written 000. So what is our remaining part? 1. So keep that part as it is. So let's keep it as a 1 itself. So when you round up 1459 to nearest 1000, you get answer as 1000. Let's try to do the next question. 3678. So we need to round it off to nearest 1000. So again put 30 because 1000 is having 3 zeros. Now we are rounding off to nearest 1000. So check the third digit from the right. So what is that digit? That digit is 6. We know that whenever it's greater than or equal to 5, we need to increase the remaining part by 1. So 678, we have already written 000. So what is the remaining part? It's 3. And here 6 is greater than 5. So we need to increase the remaining part by 1. So 3 plus 1 become 4. So our answer is 4000. Let's look at the similar question for nearest 10,000. 67,888. We need to round it off to nearest 10,000. So ask yourself, how many zeros are in 10,000? We have 4 zeros in 10,000. You can count here 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 zeros in 10,000. So to start off with the first step, you put 40 as it is. So our step 1 is done. It's very simple. You just put 40 because 10,000 is having 4 zeros. Now again ask yourself, 10,000 is having how many zeros? 4 zeros. So check the fourth digit from the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth digit from the right is 7. So 7 is greater than 5. Yes, so 7 is greater than 5. So whatever is the remaining part is 6 in our case because 788 we already replaced with 0. So remaining part is 6. So as 7 is greater than 5, we just need to increase the remaining part by 1. 6 plus 1 becomes 7. And 67,888, when you round it off to nearest 10,000, you'll get answer as 70,000. Let's look at one more problem. 32,707. How many zeros are there in 10,000? Because we are rounding off to 10,000, we'll look for that many zeros. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So straightforward, we put 4 zeros as 10,000 is having 4 zero. Again, we know that 10,000 is having 4 zero. So check the fourth digit from the right. So fourth digit from the right is 2. So now 2 is less than 5. So the remaining part of the number will remain as it is. So if it instead of 2 here, it was 5, 6, 7 kind of thing, then this 3 would have been converted into 4. But as this 2 is less than 5, this remaining part 3 will remain as it is. So our answer is 30,000. So just to summarize the things of rounding off, whenever you have to round off any number to any nearest 10 or 100 or 1000, just ask yourself to whatever number you are going to round off. Let's say you are rounding off to 1000. So 1000 has 30. So you put 30 as it is and check the third digit from the right. So if that third digit is less than 5, you keep the remaining part as it is. If that third digit is greater than or equal to 5, you just need to increase this remaining part by 1, like 3 become 4 in this case. Thank you.